What is up, everyone? Ninja Sheriffly is back with another video. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize for being quite dormant for the last couple of months. I know I've posted a couple videos within the last month or two, but not really enough content. So I apologize for that, but with the severe season being non-existent, there wasn't really much I could do. But you know, with spring coming up, figured I'd do a complete radio collection video from weather and ham. So let's get started. Starting at the top left over here, we have the Midland WR120. This is a great radio, very small, very easy, very nice to deal with. Yes, it is the WR120 Easy. Has a couple of menu settings that the regular 120 doesn't have. That makes it slightly more intuitive for the less weather inclined. Here is the AlertWorks EAR10. This is a very good radio as well. Has an extremely good siren that will wake you up in no time. This radio is great. Had no problems with it. The only issue I have is that the antenna right here does tend to unscrew sometimes, resulting in missed alerts, so please make sure if you use that as your only source, make sure that's tied in. Right here is the Midland HH54 VP2. Great handheld. There's no rechargeable battery in it right now. Excuse that, please. No rechargeable battery in it right now. It is dead. So yeah, that's that. Great radio though. Right there. Let me go silence my ham and public safety radios. Here is my Radio Shack 12-996. A great radio. I have this plugged in 24/7. This is the one I haven't unplugged yet. It's for weather, AM, FM as well. It has a great sounding speaker for aux that I actually also use for ham radio sometimes. Plugging it into the ham radio, resulting in a much greater sounding, higher fidelity sound. Great radio. Over here is the Springfield Precise Temp radio. It's cheap, basic, very cheap, very basic, but I guess it does the job. Has a tiny little, not so powerful flashlight, as well as the radio. It can activate for alerts, so that's that. That's good enough for what it does. Here's the Radio Shack 12-991. Tiny version of that guy, right there without AM, FM radio, and it does the job. Haven't missed alert on this guy either. Here's the Radio Shack 12-247 Alpha, 3-button basic radio. It alerts for 1050 Hertz, so no same, but it's old and it does the job. It's the Radio Shack 12-262. This radio I've had some issues with for not alerting, but it's a good looking radio. Here are my two 12-521s. Also have had some issues with alerting on number 2 here. He's had some issues, and I believe this one's tuner might be dead. That might be the issue, because it has no audio as well, I believe. Here's the Midland WR300, an absolute classic. AM, FM, as well as weather alert with same. Great simple radio, blends into any condition. Here is the Midland WR400. Great radio, I really love it. Has a USB output. The only issue I have is since it's so electronically based on the inside, I have it over here, and when I transmit on my radio here, it displays a system code error, and it locks the time and it won't work, so I have to power it down every time, so that's kind of an issue with that. But those are all my radios for weather. Now let's move on to ham. We have the Baofeng or Pofeng UV82 right here. Great little ham amateur radio. Haven't had an issue with this thing. Great little radio. Here's the Baofeng UV5R. Now this guy has a blown front end, therefore it will not transmit with high power. Puts out like 0.1 watt of power, so not useful for my purposes. But still receives well, has a flashlight and FM radio. Here's the Titera MD380 DMR radio here. Currently this has corrupt firmware in it and will not work, so I have to take this to the local amateur radio club, Lake County Amateur Radio Club, and see if anyone can help me out with that. And finally, for handhelds, is my Motorola XPR 6550. Excellent radio, built like a tank. I love this thing. Really quite good. Great radio. Don't worry, I'll identify later. Okay, now moving on to bases and mobiles. We're going to start off with the QYT KT8900D right here. This is primarily use it for public safety. It has an antenna going up to here, the one on the left with the loading coil in the middle. Mostly for public safety, analog public safety, such as Lake County EMS dispatch. For my amateur uses, I have a Ocean KG UVR5. Great radio. This is the radio that transmits to this antenna with the ground plane kit, and does a phenomenal job. Right here is my MFJ 874. It's an SWR and watt meter that tells me how much power I'm putting out when I'm transmitting and how much power is coming back into the rig. Then finally, I have the Ocean SPS 31 WIN power supply, switching power supply. Does the job, powers all three of these pieces of equipment. And that is actually about it. If there's anything else in my collection or Radio Shack that you'd like to see. Oh, you know what? I forgot about a radio. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Had this guy charging solar. This is the Eton FRX3, I believe. Yes. Eton FRX3. This thing's a safety radio. Can use hand crank, solar charge, or USB power. Could also power your phone in the back. Quite a nice radio. Now it is out of batteries, but has a flashlight as well. Now, if there's anything else you all would like to see, please drop a comment below. Please like this video and subscribe if you so choose. Alright everyone, have a great day.